So much for the breaker of chains.
Yeah. No.
Yep. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the YouTube channel. My name is Cam, this is Zay, and we are here watching Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4. I'm excited to get into this one, but before we do, okay, if you like movies, you have got to check this out. This is a really cool piece of movie art that gives you the essence of your favorite movie in your home. It's called Movie Palette. Movie Palette is a special form of art, and here's how it works.
By analyzing and identifying the dominant colors corresponding with each individual scene of your favorite movie, artists specialized in the digital world are able to craft a beautiful piece of artwork that encapsulates your cherished film as a whole. The colors are laid out in chronological order from left to right, with varying sizes corresponding to the time on screen.
Yes, that's right. They take your favorite movies and transform them into amazing art. Movies speak to us. We connect with the characters, we follow along with the plot, and we soak in the script as if we were living it.
Now imagine getting to take all those feelings of entertainment like no other and putting them on a canvas to engage with, to speak to you, and to admire in your home.
I got a movie palette of one of my top favorite movies of all time, Avatar. Whenever I see it, I remember scenes from the movie as if they were playing in front of my eyes, and that's what it can do for you. It can say, remember that action scene? Remember that love scene? Remember the laughter, the array of emotions you had during this movie?
Or maybe you just want one that works best for your home. With Movie Palette's wide collection to choose from and the ability to create custom palettes, the opportunities are endless. Personally, I'm still browsing for one that works best for me, and I can't wait to get my hands on one.
And don't forget to use the coupon code Cam&Zay15 at checkout. That's CAMANDZAY15 to get 15% off.
And guys, by supporting Movie Palette, you're supporting us as well. So don't miss out on this incredible piece of artwork and get yourself a Movie Palette today.
If you guys like what you're watching, make sure you leave a like down below and subscribe to stay tuned for more if you're not already. And if you want to watch our full-length reaction to this and the next 2 episodes, the last 2 episodes, you can check that out on Patreon. The link for that is in the description. Zay, what do you remember previously?
Yeah, so the long night had come, the battle, the great battle. I mean, I was a huge fan of it. It was really dope. A few sad deaths in it, a few satisfying moments. You know, ended off with the OG Arya taking out the Night King. That was really dope to see. You know, she finessed it. We ended up seeing the Red Woman pass away. It seemed that she had served her purpose by lighting the trenches and such and assisting Arya. Kind of gave Arya a hint, like, you're going to shut a lot of eyes. You know, I think she said brown eyes, green eyes, blue eyes, and kind of gave her the sign. Beric ended up giving his life, protecting the Hound and Arya so they could get into that room where they locked themselves in. And we know he can't come back because Thoros has been gone. And honestly, I think he was a little too far gone at that point, getting stabbed many times. Theon kind of, I guess he had a satisfying ending as well.
We did see Jon get stabbed many times too. And
that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's true. But Thoros isn't here anymore, so no. I don't know who's gonna do it. Right. Yeah, Theon was protecting Bran, and you know, it was really like sweet moment where Bran just says, Theon, you're a good man, and kind of just almost gave him that like reassurance that, you know, you've done good in your life. Yeah, you've made mistakes, kind of thing. And Theon charged the Night King. It was a short-lived battle. He got pretty swiftly taken down, but yeah, we got to see that. Happened with Jon. He was fighting, and then we never cut back to him or anything after the Night King had died, and all the White Walkers and the undead fell. Also, Jorah gave his life protecting
Dany, and then he kept protecting Dany.
Yeah, yeah. That
and then he decided
that man had to have been dead. He chose to collapse after. We saw Drogon kind of land and console Dany. Obviously, she was super upset with the loss.
I think it's fair to say Drogon was probably upset about the loss too.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that could be fair to say. But yeah, it was intense. It was a crazy fight. I mean, the whole episode was the fight, the battle. Really dope. It was very, very dark. However, I think that they did well with lighting, the lighting and being able to see the important pieces to me, like especially highlighting when there's main characters involved. But yeah, man, it was a crazy episode. That was pretty much it. I mean, it was just a lot of battle sequences, a lot of, it looks like maybe they have the upper hand, maybe they don't, oh my God, we're screwed. And, had a satisfying end with the end of the Night King, but now we still have one more danger, which is to the south.
Yes. So we'll have to see how it all plays out. Let's get into the episode.
Skilly bop. Theon? No.
Jorah.
I'm stupid, Jorah. Man, went out like a freaking savage, though.
Yeah. Dude, her costume design is so sick.
Yeah, they do. They blessed her with great costume design. Not saying other characters don't have great costume design. Hers just stands out consistently.
Yeah. What a parallel between Dany and Jorah and Sansa and Theon. Both of them saved, Theon saved Sansa and Jorah saved Dany.
And they, at one point, were kind of did the other wrong. Like Jorah. Jorah did, Dany wrong. Theon did Sansa wrong.
Yeah. That gave me chills.
I was gonna say that just gave me crazy chills. That was great.
I thought winter is over, yet you and I have chills.
I know. It's because I should turn my lights from blue. But I didn't know what color to pick, so it's still cold outside. We'll leave it blue for winter.
Smart. Don't take any fucking chances.
Not a single chance. No way. Bro, that had to have taken forever to do, though. Holy shit.
He's okay.
Oh, thank goodness. Damn, though. Can we bandage?
Up.
Yeah, we need to bandage my man's up. I can't believe he survived. Oh, John's here. Perfect. Jon and Snow, glad to see you.
We're here to say goodbye to our
Jon and Snow?
sisters.
A ghost? I said Snow. Ghost. Jon Snow White.
Everyone in this world owes them a debt that can never be repaid.
Bars.
It is our duty and our honor to keep them alive in memory. For those who come after us and those who come after them. For as long as men draw breath.
Speak it.
Yeah.
And we shall never see their light again.
Beautiful. Man. What a wild moment.
Yeah, but it's only right.
No, of course. It's just like
the ones
crazy.
who are alive are heroes, but the ones that die are legends.
Yeah.
Barrack.
Yep.
Ed.
Oh, yeah.
She went out
She
like
was a
savage.
freaking savage, yeah.
That's gonna smell awful.
I was just gonna say that's got to be the most atrocious smell ever. It's not even like you can celebrate, man. It's just like you're just like, I just can't believe we're alive. Like, damn,
Right.
we lost some people.
Gendry, you're Robert Baratheon's son.
Ooh boy.
Oh,
I didn't even know he was my father until after he was dead.
He's dead. His brothers are too. I think you should be Lord of Storm's End.
Oh shit.
he's like, what? He's not expecting that one.
Lord Gendry Baratheon of Storm's End.
Aye.
Okay. Not gonna lie, the way she started that made me start to question Dany for a second. I was like, is she not? Yes, he's dead, but you're still alive. How do I know you won't try to, like, you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes characters do that crazy shit. It's like, oh.
Lord of Storm's End, who will be forever loyal to you.
Yeah, that's pretty damn smart.
You're not the only one.
For sure.
Fucking daggers, bro.
Yeah, facts. That was crazy.
To the Dragon Queen!
Sir Arya Stark, the hero of Winterfell.
Yeah, she knows what's up.
Facts.
Person climbs on a fucking dragon, a madman, or a king!
Well,
Danny's like, hey, I do.
also yes.
She's
I was the first.
not.
I was the first one to do it. They're also mine. But okay. It is nice to see most of the characters kind of getting a relaxed like enjoyment, like they're getting to drink. They're kind of like,
Sure.
It seems like they're in a hall celebrating now. Before it was very morbid, intense.
Right.
You were married before Sansa.
Drink.
Right.
Look at her face.
You're drinking wine, but you prefer ale.
No!
He loves wine. Come on now. You gotta know that.
You're a virgin.
Patrick's like, well,
We did it. We faced those ugly fucks.
here. Perfect.
And here we are.
Now, which one of you cowards shit in my pants?
He's that guy.
Yeah, literally. He's that guy at the bar that keeps following that girl around. He's like, "Hey, wait, where'd that girl go? Hey, you know who I'm talking about?" And everyone's like, "No, bro, I don't know."
And after all that, this fucker comes north and takes her from me.
Oh my god. Oh my.
He's talking about Jamie.
Yeah, I know.
My heart is broken. Don't touch me. How do you broken in rough?
And he got what he deserved.
Woo.
I gave it to him.
Yeah.
Facts.
Hounds.
Isn't that ironic?
Yeah.
He's talking to the hound.
Hound. Yeah.
None of it would have happened if you left King's Landing with me.
Without Littlefinger and Ramsay and the rest, I would have stayed a little bird all my life.
That's a great way to kind of make sense of everything.
Right. Be like, listen, it kind of had to happen. Otherwise, I would have been this little bird. Now she's a freaking
Phoenix.
falcon. Yeah, Phoenix. Yeah. I was thinking real life birds. I think it was better to use Phoenix.
I'm not Gendry Rivers anymore. I'm Gendry Baratheon, Lord of Storm's End.
Congratulations.
Oh, nice.
I love you, and none of it will be worth anything if you're not with me.
Wow.
So be with me.
I have a feeling this is not going to go the way he wants it to be.
Be the lady of Storm's End.
You'll be a wonderful lord. And any lady would be lucky to have you.
Yeah.
But I'm not a lady.
That's not me.
I never have been.
Right.
That's what she's
That's
always
not me.
said. Yep. There it is. Just like, remember, just like when she saw Nymeria and she said, "Come with me, Nymeria." And then she's like, "That's not you. You're not my wolf anymore. You're
Just
out
a
here with
wolf."
your pack." Right.
Yeah.
It's bloody hot in here.
All right, Nelly. This man's like, it's getting hot in here.
Oh, move aside.
Oh, because he's only got the one hand. Yeah, it's probably hard.
What are you doing?
Taking your shirt off.
This is unexpected and kind of awkward, and I don't know how to feel. I never would have predicted this to be happening. Certainly thought it was more like, well, actually never have forgot. It's Jaime Lannister. It's par for the course to say. I would have thought it was more brother-sister relationship. So.
She's reached sister level enough to him.
He's like, yeah, you've passed.
I've never slept with anyone before.
Then you have to drink. Those are the rules.
I told you.
He is also very, very drunk.
True.
I told you I don't want it.
It doesn't matter what you want. You didn't want to be king in the north. What happens when they demand you press your claim and take what is mine?
It's technically not yours, though.
Oh, don't say that.
Just saying.
You can say nothing to anyone ever. Never tell them who you really are.
That's fair.
Or it will take on a life of its own and you won't be able to control it or what it does to people, no matter what you swear.
I don't think she's paranoid at all. I mean...
Yeah, no. She seems like she's...
No, I'm serious. Everything she's saying, she's pretty emotional about it, but...
Yeah,
she's
but
not
she
wrong.
seems like... Yeah. But she's certainly paranoid about what would happen. I mean, she's
I
right.
guess I should say she's paranoid, but justifiably so.
Yeah,
I have to
for
tell
sure.
Sansa and I owe them the truth.
Even if the truth destroys us.
It won't.
It will.
Man, this is tough.
You are my queen. Nothing will change that. And they are my family. We can live together.
What do you think?
Bro, she looks like she's ready to kill him.
I've just told you how.
Oh.
I could see people saying that it felt more like she was trying to manipulate him into not saying anything, like knowing that she wants the throne. Like, you know what I mean? Because she wants the throne. And, like, she did seem emotional, but that fucking switch up was crazy. She was like, so you're not going to do what I just asked you to?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's manipulation. She's pretty open about, don't say this because I don't want you to take the throne. I feel like manipulation is like, don't say this because they might not like it. Like, that's more manipulation as opposed to, like, she's straight up saying why she doesn't want to say it.
No, it's all true, but, you know, I'm just saying those waterworks turned off real fucking quick.
The objective here is to remove Cersei without destroying King's Landing.
Thankfully, she is losing allies by the day.
Daggers.
Once the people see that Cersei is our only enemy, her reign is over.
Yeah, just show up and be like, we're here for Cersei.
Right.
I came north to fight alongside you. Now that the time has come to reciprocate, you want to postpone.
It's not just our people, it's yours. You want to throw them into a war they're not ready to fight.
The longer I leave my enemies alone, the stronger they become.
True.
What you command, we will obey.
Man, there seems to be big rifts forming amongst all these different characters. It's insane.
We have won the Great War. Now we will win the last war.
Okay.
Men will live without fear and cruelty under their rightful queen.
Yo.
Danny started dance a line with me. It's interesting.
Really?
Kind of. A little bit. Just a little bit.
I swore myself and the North to her cause.
I respect that.
You respect it.
We needed her.
Yeah.
Thank you. Cold water. Be realistic.
You did the right thing. And we're doing the right thing telling you we don't trust your queen.
If you only trust the people you grow up with, you won't make many allies.
I don't need many allies.
Are you?
We're family.
This is tough.
The last of the Starks.
I've never been a Stark.
You are.
Oh. Oh.
Bran's looking at him like,
say it.
Half brother, bastard brother. My brother.
technically cousin, but he's still related to them.
Yeah. Bro, this man, it's up to you. Make you move.
What is it?
I trust Arya.
To swear it
Sansa.
before I tell you.
How can I promise to keep a secret if I don't even know what it is?
Because we're family.
Ooh. Bring it right back around.
I swear it.
Swear it.
Bran.
Tell them.
Bran goes, you.
yeah, in fact, pulls out an Uno reverse card, just holds it up. Fuck, it was genius.
What are you doing up north?
What are you doing with that?
Oh, this is for you.
Oh boy.
Try.
I've never hit a dwarf before, but say another word and I will belt you.
See, I don't believe you do that. We made a deal long ago. Do you remember?
Stubble River Run.
Highgarden.
Oh.
Oh.
He's not going to kill us. He wouldn't be talking about it.
Yeah, Jamie.
I'll come find you when the war is done. Till then, don't die.
Jamie's pissed.
Yeah, that was crazy.
You had the look on your face that he was going to do it.
It was looking like it for a second. That first arrow popped Tyrion in the nose.
You're heading to King's Landing?
Some unfinished business.
Me too.
Yeah, she still wants to
shit.
kill the queen.
Yeah.
I don't plan on coming back.
Neither do I.
I was going to say, I don't think she does either.
Gonna leave me to die again if I get hurt.
Probably.
Oh
my gosh.
Oh, Lord. How you doing,
his
buddy?
wing?
Yeah, his wing is fucked up.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely difficult.
You know she loves your brother.
That doesn't mean she'll be a good queen.
You seem determined to dislike her.
Yeah, I was going to say.
Bro, like, seriously, like, you're not even trying.
She wants to make the world a better place. I believe in her.
She is dealing with a lot. To be fair.
What if there's someone else?
I knew,
Someone better.
Bro, don't. Better not reveal the secret.
A direwolf has no place in the south.
He's like, oh,
You take him with
me?
you. This is farewell then. You never know.
Oh, man. I wanted Tormund into the end of the whole season.
Yes, roll him.
Sam.
Sam.
You fucking
dirty
dog.
You dog.
If it's a boy, we want to name him John.
Oh,
Aw.
stop it. Little Sam and John. Oh, my God.
John. Aw.
Sad seeing some characters that it's like a farewell, but it's also happy because it's like it seems like it's gonna be hopefully a happy ending for them at this point. Like Tormund getting to go back north with Ghost. Hopefully,
Let's hope
I hope I never see them again the rest of the series because that means that they lived. Oh, say goodbye. Can someone give him a bath too? What's going on here? You didn't even walk up. I couldn't. There's no way.
I will say I've loved John throughout this series, and I get it was like a respectful nod to Ghost, like thank you, buddy, but there's no fucking way I'm not going up there and hugging that motherfucker to death.
One hug, one more hug, just like a big good boy. You're a good boy.
But they
you know
do.
that?
They both have an understanding of like, you're my dog, like you're my
literally and metaphorically. Like, yo, you're my dog.
How many others know?
Including us? 8.
No, then it's not a secret anymore. It's information.
Oh my fucking God. We're telling everybody? I said I don't trust Sansa. I said I don't trust Sansa with that information.
Danny didn't trust Sansa either.
He doesn't want the throne.
I'm not sure it matters what he wants.
Danny said that too.
If we marry them, they could rule together.
She's his aunt.
They never stopped a Targaryen before.
No. I worry about her state of mind.
We are advisors to the queen. Worrying about her state of mind is our job.
Sure.
Yeah, fair. But I think you're also purposefully, you know, kind of ignoring what he's really alluding to.
Right.
Maybe Cersei will win and kill us all. That would solve our problems.
I love the shots of them flying so fucking much.
Danny, I wouldn't keep flying next to...
Ah, that fucking pisses me off so fucking much. Oh! Oh!
Let her start, dude. Fucking get out of the way, bro. I gave him so much time to get set
I
up.
hate seeing a dragon die. I fucking hate it so much. And that fucking, I love these things.
Yeah. I don't agree with this. What are you doing? You're insane.
She's pissed. I'd be pissed too.
Does that mean fly your dragon directly into an onslaught of these fucking bolts?
Dude, she's not even thinking about it, dude. She's not even thinking about it. It's like charging someone with a gun because they just shot your mom. It's like they have a gun, but you're not even thinking about that. You're just fucking charging them.
Say impulsiveness.
I would be just as fucking mad, maybe even more pissed.
Oh shit.
Oh my fucking gosh.
Yeah, this is tough. Tyrion needed to get off.
Yeah, you gotta go. Tyrion's always getting knocked the fuck out.
Fuck out, bro.
I love those dragons like they're my own. And when I saw Viserion get speared by the Ice King, Night King, I got so angry. And then when this happened, I got so fucking angry because it's like,
no.
Oh, I love those guys. I love those dragons so much. And now there's two gone.
If she wants to take the castle, she'll have to murder thousands of innocent people first.
So
much for the breaker of chains.
Yeah. No.
Yep.
I promised you I would look you in the eye and speak directly if I ever thought you were making a mistake. This is a mistake. Do not become what you have always struggled to defeat.
He always says he serves the realm.
Yeah.
Perhaps it's good the people see that Daenerys Stormborn made every effort to avoid bloodshed, and Cersei Lannister refused. They should know whom to blame when the sky falls down upon them.
Oh my God.
He doesn't want the throne. That's why he bent the knee.
Have you considered the best ruler might be someone who doesn't want to rule?
We're
That's
discussing
fair.
treason.
Yeah.
And that's also fair.
John's the one man alive who might actually be able to keep the North in the Seven Kingdoms.
At a certain point, you choose a person you believe in, and you fight for that person.
Even if you know it's a mistake.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
Don't.
I've spoken as honestly as I can.
Whew. Oh my God.
I pray we choose wisely.
Sheesh.
That conversation, yo.
Tense.
Euron Greyjoy ambushed Queen Daenerys and her fleet. You're not like your sister. You're not. You're better than she is. You're a good man and you can't save her.
Yeah, he is.
You think I'm a good man? I pushed a boy out a tower window, crippled him for life. For Cersei.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's hateful. And so am I.
The things you do for love.
Poor Brienne.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Queen Daenerys demands Cersei's unconditional surrender and the immediate release of Missandei of North.
Queen Cersei demands Daenerys' unconditional surrender.
This is going well.
Missandei of North will die here and now.
Oh.
Your queen's last dragon is vulnerable. Your armies are battle-weary and depleted, while ours have been reinforced with the Golden Company.
It's like, fuck you.
Shut the fuck up, Kyron. I'm just gonna let me go talk to the source.
You're not a monster.
I disagree.
You've always loved your children. More than yourself. More than Jaime.
Yeah.
I beg you. If not for yourself, then for your child.
Oh, she's gonna say she's doing it for her child. I doubt I don't think she's gonna surrender right here. There's no way.
If you have any last words, now is the time.
I fucking knew it.
Dracarys!
What a powerful last word.
Yeah.
Missandei went out saying, fuck them up.
Yeah. And Dany is certain to now try to make that a reality. Once again, Tyrion's at the forefront of a plan that does not go as planned.
Yeah.
This man cannot win to save his fucking life. Oh, look at that. Oh my God, just that hate in her face.
We even heard Drogon kind of crying out, I think, from Missandei. That was Game of Thrones Season 8, Episode 4, The Last of the Starks. If you guys enjoyed what you're watching, leave a like down below. If you want to watch our full-length reaction to this, the last 2 episodes, you can check that out on Patreon. The link is in the description. Zay, what are your initial thoughts?
Yeah. Sheesh. Tense episode. Once again, everything's gearing up, building up to what could potentially be another huge battle. Massive, relatively large battle, a lot of bloodshed in King's Landing. And right now it does not look good for Dany. I will say that.
You mean you think she's at a disadvantage?
Yeah. Do I think? Yeah. Well, why else would I say I do not think it looks good for her? I mean, they just had like 30.
What you meant by that? So
they had like 30 scorpions on the wall alone.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no, you make a good point. Let's get into the Q&A. First up, we kind of had, obviously, they burned the bodies and they celebrated, and Gendry became Lord of Storm's End. But I think the most important kind of thing happening down at Winterfell or up at Winterfell, you could say, was the whole situation with, Dany and the Starks. It definitely seems like there's some obvious disagreement with Sansa. And we, had Dany tell Jon, don't tell anybody, right? Everything's good. As long as you just don't tell anybody, swear Sam and Bran is secrecy, and we're all set. And Jon's like, I gotta tell Sansa and Arya. And she's like, that's not how this is gonna work. Jon ended up telling Sansa and Arya, and Sansa ended up telling Tyrion and Varys. Well, Tyrion, and Tyrion told Varys. And now, the secret's out to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And we even heard Tyrion and Varys discussing about the potential, what if it was Jon, you know, Jon might be a little more tempered, a little more level-headed. Jon would be a good ruler. You know, Tyrion's like, that's treason. We can't be talking about this. But you know, if it was Jon, what are you implying? And he's like, that's all I said. What are your thoughts about that whole situation? I guess we'll start with Winterfell. What are your thoughts about Sansa and Arya, Jon, and Dany? And also, what are your thoughts about the conversation that Varys and Tyrion had about, you know, Jon probably or maybe being a better ruler? So what are your thoughts about the Starks and then the Tyrion and Varys conversation?
It's they're not doing well at working together, and kind of combining heads and, you know, focusing on the main issue. Not saying that, you know, Jon having the rightful claim to the throne isn't an issue. However, you have this issue, which is even getting the throne in the first. It doesn't matter who has claim to the throne if Cersei has at the end of the day. So what does it matter? You could sit there and bicker about it all day. I had a strong feeling when Jon was gonna have Bran tell them, I'm like, Sansa's not gonna keep that to herself. There's no way. I say Arya, I feel like she could. Sansa, I don't know. It was just
Sansa spilled the tea.
She did, and it creates a super.
I mean, can you blame her? I mean, she obviously was gonna do that. I mean, like you said, you predicted she doesn't want Dany on the throne. She
doesn't want it, yeah. But the problem is, I don't think she saw the repercussions of it. Is now these discuss like now all. I mean, I guess she couldn't. At least
she doesn't want to serve Dany.
She doesn't want it, yeah. But it's like now all these people know, and, you know, the more people that know, the more likely it is to get out, or you have someone overhear a conversation about it, and that could completely defeat the whole, you know, the whole objective. And you need everyone united under just one head for right now, just so you guys can get to where you need to be and achieve the goal. And I'm curious to see what happens if Jon finds out that Sansa told. Or even though she only told Tyrion, Tyrion told Varys, but still, you know, we're family. You swore that you would keep this secret, and then how could I ever tell you something again if I know that
Jon's a man of his word, so his sister not following his word, well, his cousin, I guess you could say, not following their word.
Yeah, and on a secret that's so on a large scale, and so, you know, it has a lot of impact. The conversation between Tyrion and Varys got very interesting. Varys seemed to be, you know, because, you know, Tyrion said, what would happen to Dany then? And Varys said a lot without saying a lot.
Yeah, sure.
Basically, looking at Tyrion, Tyrion even said, please don't. You know, I can imagine I can imagine that when push comes to shove, if Varys needed to, he would ensure that Dany was removed from the situation how he sees fit.
Sure.
You know, Tyrion's trying to be honorable and trying to, you know, really serve Dany, but I would 100% argue that Tyrion recognizes that Jon would be a far better ruler. I mean, Varys even said it. He even asked him, you don't think Jon would be a better ruler? And he goes, he bent the knee, or like whatever he said. He totally avoided the question, basically didn't even answer it. He kind of gives you the idea that, like, Tyrion's like, I know, but.
Let me ask you this. Tyrion has been saying a lot this episode, I believe in her. You got to believe in her. Do you think that means that he is, you know, really strongly believing her? Or do you think that he might be trying to convince himself in this type of situation? It could mean either one. What are your thoughts about that?
I think he did. I think he's believed in her throughout his time with her. However, I think that it's also starting to transfer into him trying to still convince himself that, no, she's the one. She's the one. She's the one. You know, and you can't argue with the facts, man. She is impulsive. You know, Jon is far more mild-tempered and kind of thinks things through. A great point that you know, Varys brought up, is that lords and such will back Jon. He's a war hero. He's lived in the North his whole life. You know, that type of story is a story people get behind.
Which is a thing for them back then.
Yeah. And, you know, and the people themselves would rally behind a war hero that was the savior of the North. He protected us from, you know, he led the protection against the undead and the White Walkers. That type of story conjures up a lot more loyal supporters versus someone saying, this is the mother of dragons from a foreign country who says she has claim to the throne because her father had gotten assassinated when he was. It's people. It just doesn't. It's not. There's no pair. It just doesn't compare. So yeah, it's a tense conversation, a tense topic of discussion. And so if they do beat Cersei, it's certainly going to get very, very interesting when it comes down to, okay, but now it's time to sit on the throne, you know? And, you know, Jon didn't want to be King of the North, but damn, he was a great leader while he was King of the North, and he made a lot of great decisions.
Said, wouldn't that be the best person on the throne?
Yeah, sometimes the best leaders don't want to be, you know, they don't want to be the king, but they also,
yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. Speaking of beating Cersei, we had a, you know, kind of at the, I guess you could say, when they were planning, this was after, you know, Viserion or Rhaegal was killed.
Yeah.
Tyrion was like, listen, you don't have to burn millions of people. You don't have to take, you know, you don't have to do all this. Just let them know you're there for Cersei, and they'll turn on her on a dime. They don't care who sits on the Iron Throne. They just, you know, all you got to do is kill who you got to kill, and then tell them you're going after Cersei. What are your thoughts about that whole situation? Do you think that that Dany, instead of kind of going to an all-out war with like the Kingsguard and stuff like that, do you think that she will attempt to try to convince them? Like she did say, you know, I want them to know I tried, you know, and it was Cersei who wanted bloodshed. Right. After what we saw here at the end of this episode with Missandei being killed, do you think she's still willing to give Cersei a chance at this point, or do you think that she is going to wage an all-out war?
Yeah, it was tough because, you know, I was trying to read her face after Missandei got killed, and it was like you could see obviously the emotion of being upset because Missandei just got literally beheaded in front of her, to like this rage, to then almost like this calm, almost like it just like all that built up inside of her. Then she just was like, and you know, that face to me of how calm she got could mean either way. Either that was her saying, all right, bitch, it's on, war it is, I gave you a chance, or is it, you know, just try to calm, you know, your emotions. I think that it was more of like it's on, like that's it, it's game time. Like you took Missandei away from me, you took my dragon away from me. Like, nah, like I'm not doing this waiting game. Every time I do this waiting game and I try to deal with you diplomatically, it never works. We came to you for help with the North, you didn't show up. In fact, you fortified your city instead. You know, we come to, you know, offer you a chance to avoid bloodshed. No, instead you killed my advisor. You know, like I think that it's kind of reached a fever pitch with her where she's just like, you know what, diplomatic is over. But what will be interesting is to see when Jon arrives and, you know, Jon gets the information and Jon gets to talk to her. Tyrion did say he thought like if those two ruled together and such that he would be able to calm her, like her like impulsive urges. Varys called that into doubt because he's like, oh yeah, like you. So we could see that kind of come into practice. Can he talk to her, or will Jon share the same sentiment and say, fuck it? I don't think he will, but I think that was really cool to kind of like when you pick up from that conversation to see like, yeah, Jon's supposed to be there relatively soon. So it would be interesting to see that conversation go down between them. And it also just, I don't know, man, when they're in that boardroom now with her too, like just even before all that went down, when they're like strategizing and stuff, it's like they're backing her, but it seems like a lot of the time her advisors are kind of like, hey, like, yeah, let's not do that. Like, please, let's not do that. And then she's doing it. And, you know, that can cause a split. And that justifies Varys's reasoning, too, for being like, man, listen, you think she's going to be a good queen? Because she's not even listening to us. But, well, she is, but she's fighting us tooth and nail before she makes these decisions. You have to force her, basically. So,
sure. Yeah, we'll have to see how that plays out. Next on the list, we have Jaime's kind of situation where he was celebrating and, you know, got it on with Brienne for a little bit. But, you know, his attachment to Brienne definitely, you know, while he did hook up with her, it wasn't, you know, you could argue it was him trying to be good, you know, trying to give Brienne something she's never had. you know, and maybe trying to explore a lighter side of life, perhaps. But at the end of the day, he, you know, when he found out about what happened, he was like, I love Cersei, and I want to go back to her. I need to go back to her. You know, maybe he felt like she was in big trouble now, as opposed to, like, you know, perhaps maybe he thought there was a chance that she could still live. Maybe now he doesn't think so. You know, what are your thoughts about Jaime and his whole situation and him heading back to King's Landing? Do you think that Cersei is going to accept him, because she did have Bronn try to kill him? So what are your thoughts about that whole situation and how that might play out?
Yeah, it is cool to see how his relationship with Brienne kind of, he's been kind of giving her, like, you could say, like, he knighted her, right? Like, she always wanted to be a knight, you know, she was a virgin, she's never been with a man. Okay, well, he kind of, you know, it's kind of like giving her these experiences, things that she's probably wanted to experience and maybe never thought she would. Really sad to see it go, because, like, that emotional, you know, she became attached, like, that kind of solidified their relationship at a higher level. Not just, you know, as super close friends, or like even that brother sister thing that we have been talking about. Now it's like you got, you know, kind of almost like lovers in a way. I mean,
but I think it was also Brienne realizes that, like, or understands that she brings the good out in Jaime.
Yeah,
and if Jaime goes back, you know, he could not be right. The bad might come back out again. That's probably another reason she was really upset.
Oh yeah, and I don't think that she's going to accept him in the King's Landing. I honestly, personally, I think that move, him going back to King's Landing, is a fatal mistake for Jaime. If he gets there and she actually lets him inside the walls, I don't think he's surviving. I think if at the very least he's in a cell, I don't see her taking him back. I think that she's kind of severed ties with her brothers, and it's just like, I mean, she was willing to pay Bronn to go murder them. So to me, it's very unlikely that, oh, now he's back and she's, you know, who's to say that he's not, you know, in her eyes, he's not here to sabotage or assassinate her or something along those lines, right? So I think that she's just going to be on edge with that, and we might end up seeing Jaime get executed as soon as he goes to King's Landing. And I agree. I think that he realized, or I think that he's thinking, like, oh, she's fucked. Like, she did this because, you know, her chance of living was probably higher, but now he also has been around Dany a little bit. He's probably like, yo, you do not, like, you piss this girl off, there's no limitations. Like, she'll do whatever she has to get done to get rid of you. And I think that's, I think, where his mind is at. And he's like, if, you know, I need to get back there. I need to be with her. Like you said, it would be interesting if he got accepted back. It'd be interesting. Would he pick up a sword against, you know, he was against the North and Dany and everyone. I mean, he was just with them, fighting alongside them. It would be very interesting to see him jump back to the other side, but I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see. Next on the list, we have this kind of split from Jon and Sam and Tormund and Ghost, where, you know, Sam is going to be a daddy of his own kid this time, not someone else's kid, although little Sam is great. And we also saw Tormund and Ghost head back towards the wall until, you know, the winter passes so they can go north. And, you know, Jon has kind of said his farewells to them. Are you satisfied with that farewell? Do you think that we might see these characters again before the show ends? What are your thoughts about that whole situation? And, you know, Jon, do you think Jon will fare well in the South now that he's, you know, that's where he's headed now? What are your thoughts about, you know, their farewells, and if we might see him again, and Jon's future where he's headed now?
Yeah, I think it was satisfying to see their farewell.